everything is dipped in gold, then baby it will never grow. Everything sweet ain't sugar coated. What a lie. What a lie. What a lie.
Here we have the Oracle of the Radiant Sun leading us in today's pick a card reading, which is all about what this summer has in store for you on a personal level, on a social level, and on a spiritual level, with more details than you can even imagine. So we do have some corresponding crystals with each group. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce those to you. Starting here, group number 1, we have fluorite. Group number 1 is fluorite. Group number 2 is represented by carnelian. Group number 3 is presented by clear quartz. And group number 4 is presented by garnet. Feel free to pause the screen if needed to make your selections, and let me know in the comment section down below what group or groups you are feeling guided towards, and I look forward to reading your comments in the comment section down below. Group number 1, let's go ahead and dive into your pick a card reading and find out what does the summer have in store for you. We're going to be touching on 3 different journeys in regards to your summer experience. It's going to be your personal journey and then your social journey. And to wrap it on up, we will cover your spiritual journey. So I'm going to have 3 separate portions to this reading because I want the cards to be as clear and concise and focused and zoned in as possible. So we're going to address one section at a time. So let's go ahead and start off with the personal portion of your summer. As you can see, we already have the 3 cards here. I'm going to take the one from the top, which is representative of your personal aspects of this summer. So let's go ahead and dive right in. As I pull your cards, I will let you know that if you're interested in booking a personal reading, that will be the very first link in the description box down below. Second link will take you to Patreon, where you will catch content that you will never see here on the main channel. And if you're interested in donating to the channel, there is a virtual tip jar as well as a PO box. I thank you in advance, and I thank you to those of you that have already donated. You are truly, truly appreciated. And yes, to those of you that are subscribers to the channel, then you already know that there's an extra special TAYlien message at the very end of this video. And if you hit the subscribe button now or at any point during this reading, you will be included in that additional message at the very end as well. Group number 1, you have some bonus cards that I am going to take into consideration because they came out with such intentionality that I believe in the reason for them popping up here. So let's go ahead and dive into the personal aspect of what summer has in store for you. Don't mind the little switch up. I'm going to be bringing the mic a little bit further into the reading for convenience. So, diving into the personal aspect of your reading for what summer has in store for you. This is a summer that is all about you. This is a summer where you are taking all of your power back. You are metaphorically, some of you literally, soaking up the sun and storing up this energy for later, for when it is necessary. This summer, everything is personal. You know, when people go out and do things and they're like, this time it's personal. And that's when they really shine the brightest. That's when they really accomplish the most. That's when people really see what they meant. That's where they are very understood, or should I say, understood. You have the number 9 showing up several times in your reading, as we have 9 with carnelian, and that makes me want to suggest watching group number 2, because carnelian is a specific signifying crystal for group number 2's reading. So that's just a sign for you there. But that's 1 9 there. And then we have the number 18. If you add the 1 and the 8 together, that gives you a 9. And we have the 9 of Pentacles here at the center of your reading. That is a triangulation of the number 9. And that triangulation to me represents me, myself, and I, all of those aspects being you. You're really coming into your own on a personal level this summer. You're going to be emerging with new aspects of yourself. Consider a chameleon that can take on the color of anything surrounding it. This is you this summer. I see you diving into a lot of different subjects, topics, going into spaces that you never imagined before, and inviting yourself into rooms that you never thought that you would even be interested in being in. I see a lot of value of manifestation in regards to your self-confidence and that solar plexus chakra, which makes a lot of sense because the solar plexus is related to the sun in regards to your personal energy, your personal power, your personal gain. And the number 1 is all about that sun solar energy. Your self-worth, your self-confidence. Think of fire signs such as Leo and Aries specifically, as we do have Aries here, and the sun is associated with Leo. This is all about the way that you take pride in yourself and your character and the overall essence of the makeup of who you are. I see that there is a lot of personal traveling here. You exploring these different avenues and these different realms is representative of you releasing yourself from the shackles of fear, of feeling like you have to be what people want you to be, that you have to be seen in the way that people want you to be seen. This is you dropping that armor, dropping those masks, dropping your guard, and feeling safe enough to approach situations, people, scenarios, and circumstances in whatever way that you see fit. You are expanding into a sense of self-trust that outweighs any form of self-doubt that will ever come up. I'm curious to see what these 2 cards are that we got as bonus tarot. The 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. This is revealing to you how much love you've had stored up for other people, and now you stepping into a more self-centered energy, distancing yourself from other people, realizing that you yourself are an island and should respect that body of water, that body of land, as everyone else is their own island. This is your personal journey. As they say sometimes that no man is an island, there's a season for everything. And in this season, it is imperative that you view yourself as an island, as a separate individual. That's what that number 9 and the repeating ones are telling us. Ace of Cups is a 1. With this 1 and these 9s, as well as this 1 that is in the pairing of those 2 numbers that make up 9. This is all about self and identity within self. Your personal journey is really highlighting your differences, what makes you stand out. This is a personal time for you to really focus on yourself, which is what this 8 of Swords is revealing to me, that you are recognizing in the Hanged Man. You're getting a new perspective on how important it is to focus on yourself above all. For you cannot pour from an empty cup, and you are the only one that can truly fulfill and fill this cup. For if you were to rely on other people, places, and things, they could always run you dry by pulling it back, which is why you have to make sure you know how to fill your own cup up first. I see you lighting up all of your chakras and every room that you walk into. This is all part of your personal journey. Let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into the social aspect of your reading. I'm going to reach over here where we have your 2 cards, taking the one from the top. This is representative of your social journey this summer. And we have secrets coming out here. I want to point out that we have 2 Venusian energies showing up in the main portion of your reading. Also, we have another 8. So we just went from a 1 to an 8, which is the number 18, but also adds up to a 9. But that 18 signifies the 18 here on this distant shores. And for that to be representing your social aspect, your social journey of this summer, I absolutely see you distancing yourself from certain people, places, and things. But let's dive further into this. There's an ending, 10 of Swords. 7 of Cups in the reverse, which talks about complete clarity, an ending that brings clarity about why something was not coming into fruition, or why a relationship was not working out, or why something just didn't feel right. But above all, it represents why something was at a complete standstill. I'm going to continue to follow the flow of your reading and pull 2 additional cards for the social aspect of your summer as well. I want to pull a different one because that one was already in the reverse and I want it to come out naturally reversed or upright. So those 2 cards, the 3 of Wands and the King of Cups, just came out, and I channeled the word entitlement. Interesting that we have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck here. So for sure, this summer is going to be revealing to you people that might want you around for all the wrong reasons. Relationships that no longer hold value, no longer hold weight, no longer hold relevance in your life. This can be in regards to social activities that no longer entertain you or benefit you. This can be people that no longer serve you in your current chapter. So don't be narrow-minded in considering what this could be talking about. This is just your social journey. This is representing things that you will break away from, or things that you will go towards, people, places, and or things in relation to your social life. So this could also be in regards to music. This can be in regards to food. This can be in regards to anything that you can enjoy, or anything that can fit into this category, and even those things that you can't even put inside of a specific category. But you will absolutely see clarity in spaces of your life where you pull away, you retract your energy to gain clarity, and that clarity provides for you that it's time to walk away, that it's time to say, this no longer serves me, I'm not doing this anymore. That came out extremely self-assured, and it's the number 10. So another ending. Okay. And we go from 9 to 10. So very synchronistic and orderly, and chronological. Okay. And I did mention briefly that your chakras would all be a light, and you have travel from the root to the crown chakra. And that represents the lowest chakra and the highest chakra. You are coming into full awareness about a specific social circle that serves you in one way, but not another. And that's helping you to redirect your steps. Yes, there we have you redirecting your steps on your very own personal temple path. And I want to take note of the corresponding colors between the temple path and the colors on this imagery here. This feels like a purging, an emergence, because of those things that were seeming everlasting, that we weren't cutting the ties or cutting the cords for. We didn't realize that that was the only thing holding us back from where we were to the destination that we have in mind. That's also bringing me some clarity too in regards to this fluorite crystal itself. You can look up the properties of this crystal so you can dive a bit further into the energy of your summer. But this fluorite has two dominant colors, that teal and that purple, as if they're fighting for a space, as if they're looking for equilibrium or for one to take over completely. There are two aspects of you finally coming in alignment and in agreement to how much of each aspect should be included in this personal journey of your life, but in this social aspect of the journey of your summer. There's a big uncovering here in regards to people, places, and things that you will most likely never return to or look back at. Like, let's say that you have a meeting place outside in nature that you usually always go to. Somehow you conclude that you will never return to that space. For some of you, it's like a home bar or library or wherever it may be. You're changing your home base. So expect your social life to look a lot different, and it will be in transition this summer. So you may find yourself again diving into or exploring aspects that you never really anticipated or expected. And these could even be things that you try one time and never go back to. But at least you can say that you tried. You are in a phase of recognizing and realizing who you have become and the new version of yourself that you're standing in right now. I also see that socially, your social journey is mostly distancing you from things that do not have true emotional fulfillment. If you don't see your heart expanding into these endeavors, into these people, if you don't see more depth, those are the things that you will part ways with to produce clarity, because you'll realize that, as some people say, that the juice just wasn't worth the squeeze. And so you're done putting in the efforts, which again is putting you on the temple path through this transition so that you can restore your energy by leaving behind the things that you no longer need or resonate with, and store up that energy for what is to come. Dipping over here again to discover the spiritual aspect of your summer. We have the moon in Pisces with empathy. This is your soft era, group number 1. This summer is introducing you to your softest era yet, okay? Let's pull your cards and continue to dive in. Wow. 9, 10, 11. I have to let that show. That's incredible. We already talked about the order and the divine energy behind the chronological specifications in your life. There's something very specific and orderly. This happens, then that happens, then this happens. There's just something very conduct and orderly. And then you have the number 12. So 9, 10, 11, 12. And death is 13. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Group number 1, in regards to the spiritual aspect of your summer. There is a quiet, soft calmness that is blanketing you. I'm also picking up on a new layer of white light, again, blanketing or covering over you. This is a deepened form of healing protection. You are deepening your relationship with spirit this summer. This will look like a lot of different ways to the thousands of you that are tuned in. But I just want you to know that you're going to feel closer to spirit and more in alignment than ever before this upcoming summer. And this could very well be due to a passed on loved one, as the number 11 states. I want to take note that your root chakra has been deeply involved throughout this entire process. There's been a lot of healing, shedding, exchanging, returning in regards to the root chakra here. This is getting you in tune with a sense of safety. So again, that blanket or that safety net. You're feeling as if you're really being heard by spirit, maybe specifically by this passed on loved one, or you are specifically hearing very significant messages from a passed on loved one. For some of you, this has to do with a delay. It's taken time for this clarity and communication between you and this past loved one, but the time is now. For some of you, just for a moment, joy lets me know that this could be a dream experience, or if you get a reading done by someone who gets in touch with someone on the other side. But I most definitely see that you are coming into a deeper connection with a passed on loved one, or just your ancestors as a whole. And this is going to be something that is hard to ignore. This is something that's actually going to redirect your steps. So you might find yourself incorporating different spiritual practices this summer that help you to deepen, liven, and clarify messages from the divine. So you will become an even more reliable channel over this summer, whether you channel messages for just yourself and your life, or for those around you as well, or in regards to a business. I also see here too in your bonus cards that something that feels like it's been missing finally comes full circle. For some, this looks like unanswered questions and curiosity that you gain clarity on. This spiritual journey has a lot to do with you finding clarity that brings a sense of trust, safety, peace, and understanding to your presence. This summer is calming you down in a divine manner. Expect to be introduced to a new version of yourself. I'm definitely seeing some strong connections to that passed on loved one or ancestors in general. You may have some extremely profound experiences, either in your waking life or in the dream realm, that let it be known loud and clear that you are divinely guided, protected, and you're always in communication with spirit. This is all that I have for you in regards to what summer has in store for you. Thank you for choosing and trusting me to be your reader. If you chose this fluorite crystal, then I want you to leave the toothbrush emoji in the comment section down below. Let's get your toothbrush emojis, because I really feel like this is a time where you're going to be really getting in there. The toothbrush, the floss, the mouthwash, you're really going to be cleaning out between all of those little spaces and getting the gunk out and discovering some truths that free you. Thank you for being here. And yes, there is a TAYlien message for subscribers only at the very end. I will see you there. Booking a personal reading, joining Patreon, or donating to the channel, that info is all in the description box down below. Group number 2 that chose the carnelian stone. Let's go ahead and dive into your reading to find out, what does this summer have in store for you on a personal level, a social level, and a spiritual level. I'm going to go ahead and take this top card that covers the personal aspect of your summer and place these other two in regards to your social and spiritual aspects to the side until later, because we're going to dive into one portion at a time. So there will be 3 sections to your reading. And if you are interested in booking a personal reading, that will be the very first link in the description box down below. Second link is Patreon, where you will get content that you will never catch here on the main channel. And if you're interested in donating to the channel, there is a virtual tip jar as well as a PO box. And I thank those of you in advance that plan to, and I thank those of you that already have. You are so appreciated. And there is a TAYlien message at the very end of this reading. TAYlien just means that you are subscribed to the channel. Whether you subscribe right now or at any point during this reading, you will be included in the TAYlien message with all of the other subbies as well. There will be at least one message there for you, darling. So let's go ahead and get started with the personal journey of your summer. We have the number 4 with the moon in Cancer. Friendship, carnelian. I'm going to proceed by pulling your cards, and then we'll get to it. Group number 1. I see that on a personal level, you're deciding to shake things up. I feel that on a personal level, this summer, you are deciding that you want more. You want more friends. You want more time. You want more resources. You want more effort. You want more of whatever this may be. For a lot of you, this looks like preparation for negotiations. I see that on a personal level for the summer, you are going to be more lighthearted, quiet, and pensive, almost in a hermit energy, but not an extended hermit energy, nor is it a purposeful hermit energy, but it is intentional. I see you pulling away to determine what is right for you. Who is right for you? What makes you comfortable? What makes you uncomfortable? You are formulating a new truth. Group number 2. On your personal journey through the summer, you are formulating a new truth. This new truth concludes for you that You are done with one thing and more than willing to be patient, and to do whatever it takes and to wait as long as it takes. To really get in tune with passion, with drive, with love, with intentionality. On a personal level, you could be realizing where you've been settling, who you've been settling with, what you've been settling for. And this changes you and catapults you into the next phase of determining boundaries, circumstances with different people, places, things, scenarios that have access to you, which lines us right up for the social aspect of your summer. So I'm reaching right over here to get the second card off of the top, which represents the social aspect of your summer, which says the number 7, Saturn, devotion, Libra. Okay. Let's continue to pull your cards and see how this all connects. The social aspect of my group number 2s. The social aspect of my group 2s. Yes. Yeah. Social aspect of my group 2's summer. So, for the social journey of your summer, what I see here is manifestation power at its finest. On a social level, it's as if you sent out the signal or the prayer that asks to remove any and all people, places, and things that are unaligned. I also want to take note that you have the clear quartz popping out here, which is a significant crystal for group number 3. So you may want to check out group number 3 if you originally chose group number 2. But I see that there's a lot of mind magic in regards to the personal and social aspects of your life. Remember, on the personal aspect, we talked about you having realizations about things that just don't serve you, things that just don't feel good. And somewhere within that, you have determined that you want to take the least stressful path, the one with the least amount of friction. And so by determining that, the people, places, and things that do not serve you will simply begin to fall away. Now, it could be in a easy way where the person that you realize you shouldn't be dating just stops calling. And you're like, you know what? That's fine, because that's what was supposed to happen anyways. But it might also look a little bit more difficult in other circumstances in terms of upheaval in the workspace. Although you wanted to see a shift or a change in the workspace, it may have been hindered due to some complications that you just decided to avoid for a little while, but then the unavoidable happens and you have to face it head on. But either way, in the social journey of your summer, there are a lot of people, places, and things falling to the wayside, clearing the way for you. I'm literally seeing you as this bird here, like finally having a clear view of where you're going, of where you're headed, and realizing that those other people, places, and things were simply just standing in the way and blocking your third eye. I do see a major breakaway or a major breakup or a major change that happens to something that has been long lasting or has withstood the test of time. It's experiencing a shift, whether it be a complete overhaul, a complete ending, or just a change that requires some readjustments. On your social journey this summer, I see you going at life on your own again. But this is something that's actually really good for you. There's a chair, meeting, place, opportunity that has your name on it alone. I see you establishing significant interdependent relationships as a result of going at things on your own. Meaning you went to this one place with a friend before and the vibes were just off, like nothing really happened. But then you go to this space again alone and the energy is shifted. Now you've met someone on a similar vibe, on a similar frequency. Or I'm getting something here about like you going to a place where you wanted to establish roots, potentially for a job or a hobby. And because you didn't go alone, the energy just wasn't in your favor. And then you repeat this same cycle to take on a new hobby or job, but you're alone, and it helps with the energy and you establish some sort of significant relationship with someone in a higher position that can solidify a space for you, that can make space for you, that can bring clarity to you. I see radical independence gracing your social life this summer, leading to a lot of newness. I also want to point out here too that we have a 7 and a 7 and the number 14. You add 2 7s together and you get 14. So you have a devotion with shifting universes equating to meditation, peace, clarity, prosperity, abundance, and a sense of self-trust that you have deserved to possess all along. But you're just now introducing this energy this summer. Reaching up here for the spiritual aspect, we have the number 1, Mercury, restlessness, Aries. Let's continue to pull your cards and dive into the spiritual journey of your summer. the spiritual aspect of your summer looks a lot like reflection that is rooted in a desire for change. All of this contemplation and redirection and clear eye view ahead of you has you identifying your future self. You are currently already a version of yourself that a past version of you wanted to be. This is your future's past self looking into the future and determining what attributes you want to possess. Excuse me. And in that recognition comes manifestation. You are in a highly influential manifestation power where you think it and it's coming from the right space. It's going to happen. I'm also seeing here too that this summer is going to be reflecting to you that things can kind of happen at the snap of a finger, but only with preparation ahead of time. For example, if you snap your finger and say that you want someone to bring you grapes at the snap of your finger, you have to execute that and plan that ahead of time with those that will bring you the grapes, so that when they hear the snap, they'll then be prepared to bring them. You're seeing the behind the scenes or the startup of manifestation and then finally seeing it through, as opposed to thinking, oh, if I snap my fingers, it'll just happen. But realizing that there's still magic in the moments that lead up to that snap that equals whatever you want it to be. I hope that makes sense. Essentially, you are gaining a practical perspective in regards to manifestation, which is actually making your manifestation powers speed up. Feels like you're able to do more in less time. That's what this summer is revealing to you. That the magic is in the moments leading up to the manifestation for it to actually come through. So now that you know that it requires a little bit of preparation for you to snap your fingers and it be everything that you want it to be, now you're busy running around on the spiritual realm, preparing things for their moment, for their call, for that snap of the finger. I also see you integrating more of who you want to be. As I said, you're recognizing who you want to be in the future, and you are integrating aspects of that version of yourself today. I'm picking up on a significant energy where you want to be kinder or more eloquent with a specific person or group. And so for that manifestation to come through for you, I see you behind the scenes working on your heart chakra, working on your solar plexus energy, to remain cool, calm, collected, and composed with this person or in this situation, so that you may show up exactly how you want to, eloquent and kinder. I see you wanting to achieve a more ethereal-like essence to you. You have a desire to be viewed or seen as almost out of reach or out of touch spiritually. You're desiring to be an inspiration. You're desiring to take a new direction. You're desiring spontaneity. So you are setting up everything behind the scenes in order to manifest these moments, these aspects, these desires into reality. Mind magic is essentially on your side. And what I mean by that is quite simply, you think of something, you do the work, and then it's done. You think of something that you want, you do the work required, and then it is done. You are finding the simplicity in manifestation this summer. I see that this summer is going to end with you having a lot of things on a list checked off. Things that you didn't even attempt to check off in this season will be done. You may even find yourself with more downtime, more time to practice, more room to give, more time to give. And you're utilizing your resources beautifully and effortlessly. You are coming into an energy this summer that makes your life look like a melodic flow or a dance. And you are inspiring not only those around you, but most importantly, yourself. Self-initiation, the number 12. You're seeing yourself in a whole new light, which is overturning a lot of past regrets, doubts, disbeliefs, and catastrophizing of circumstances. You're also recognizing more in yourself, which is that integration of realizing that this is who I am, but this is who I want to be. And so you dig deep and you find who you want to be within you. That's the power of manifestation. And you're seizing it right in your grasp. Thank you for tuning into this reading, Carnelian group. If you made it this far, I want to see your heart flame emojis in the comment section down below to let me know how this reading resonates for you and what you are feeling is in store for your summer. If you're interested in booking a personal reading or joining us on Patreon or donating to the channel, that is all in the description box down below. And I look forward to reading your comments. If you are subscribed to the channel, whether it be right here, right now, or anytime in the past, then I will see you at the very end for a TAYlien, aka subscriber only message. Ta-ta! Group number 3 that resonates with the clear quartz. Let's go ahead and dive into your pick a card reading on this lovely topic in regards to what the summer has in store for you. We're going to be diving into the personal aspect, the social aspect, as well as the spiritual aspect. So no long talking, let's go ahead and get this ish on and poppin'. We have 3 cards here. I'm going to take the one off the top as it covers the personal aspect, and we have the social and the spiritual aspect here. I'm going to place those to the side as we take one portion of this reading at a time. And again, you have clear quartz, which might be a little difficult to see, but there she is in all of her clear glory. Let's go ahead and reveal your first card. We have the number 6, Mars, criticism, Virgo energy. I'm going to pull the remainder of your cards for the first portion of this reading, and then we'll get into your messages to see what summer has in store for you This is the personal aspect. My right ear just started with a low ringing. That's so interesting. There was a little dust bunny close to this card here, and it literally says the ancient ones. All right. All right. Group number 1, in regards to the personal journey of your summer. You will be dipping into some Akashic Records energies. You will be remembering some things that were once forgotten. This will be a time of rediscovering who you are, and most importantly, the role in which you are meant to become, the role in which you are walking towards. You're realizing that it's not as far away as you thought it was. Some sort of role, expectation, or moment for you comes a lot sooner than you expected. And that's what you are digesting in the personal aspect of your summer reading and what the summer has to offer you. You could experience visions, dreams, intuitive feelings, or even signs, symbols, and synchronicities outside of yourself. In particularly with this hand here, I see that God is going to be using a lot of people outside of you to talk to you, to speak to you, to send you messages. Now, this is not to say that you need to listen to any and every one when they speak to you, but you will know when to discern. You will know when Spirit has sent this person or these people to relay this message to you. On a personal level, you will also be this energy for other people as well. That ancient voice that they need to confirm to go in a specific direction, or to confirm to let something go, or to release something. But most specifically, your personal journey is highlighting that something is coming way more quickly than you had anticipated. Something that you had put off, expecting to have to handle it or deal with it later, actually comes up a whole lot sooner. This looks like it has something to do with you meeting some sort of group, friends, or family, or you being in close proximity with a group, some friends, or some family. You're also realizing here too that your routines are saying a lot about you. I also want to take note that you have the number 23, which breaks down to 5 when you add 2 and 3 together. So we have 5, 6, you add 5 and 2, 7. 5, 6, 7. 6 of wands plus 1 sword, 7 pentacles. 6 plus 1, 7. You are recognizing some sort of divine and perfect order. This is a season of radical self-acceptance, which leads to radical breakthroughs. This Akashic Records energy that is tapping you into your past, present, and future all at one time is activating some sort of portal or realm for you, getting you to activate or accomplish something much quicker than you had anticipated before. You're also realizing that you are currently existing on a timeline that you thought was going to be much further into the future. There's something here where on a personal level, you just keep coming back to this realization that it's now. It's not 10, 15 years, months, weeks from now. It's right now that you should be doing this. It's right now that you know this person. It's right now. Insert whatever circumstance here. Let's go ahead and continue diving into your reading. I'm going to reach over here for the next card off the top, which represents the social aspect of your summer. We have the number 2, the Sun, acquisition with Taurus energy. Someone sees you, wants you, or heard you. The social journey of your summer is about people's physical body being turned in your direction. Attention on you, eyes on you. Socially, you are saying, doing, wearing, insert another verb here, that is attracting a lot of energy, a lot of eyes, and a lot of curiosity. Most particularly in regards to your love life, I do see that socially your love life is going to be expanding massively. I see you making amends with people from the past, whether this be making amends by reconciling or making amends by simply creating the closure and moving forward. But either way, I do see past situations, people, and circumstances reaching full completion, allowing you into the next phase, the next level. The next stage of how can I serve you? There's a lot of service coming your way on your social journey this summer. If you're usually the giver, you are sitting in the role of the receiver. I see a lot of anticipation here as well. You go from 8 wands to 3 wands. The difference between that is 5 wands, and the 5 wands is actually being represented by the Knight of Cups. So I'm getting a lot of friendly competition. Socially speaking, I'm also picking up on some witty banter, some back and forth. This could just simply be flirting. But I do see that this is hitting a lot of relationships in your life. For some of you, if you're already in a relationship, this is just that relationship expanding, you allowing bygones to be bygones, not bottling anything up, letting those things go and expanding into more love. Now, for others of you, this is you expanding into more love romantically as well as platonically, with your family members, with your cohorts at work, your colleagues, your peers. I just see a huge culmination of love here that is going to be expanding to you through the people around you. You can expect a lot of relationships to deepen for you this summer. Now, I reach over here to my magical section for your final card in regards to the spiritual aspect of your journey this summer. That is classified by the number 9, Sun Enthusiasm, Sagittarius energy. I'm going to pull your cards and continue to expand. Group number 3, clear quartz, the spiritual journey for your summer. I was immediately channeling, no, that's not enough. So I see that spiritually, you are making up for what you feel like you may have lost. For some of you, you just feel like you haven't been spending enough time dwelling in the spirit, so you're spending more time. For some of you, you'll find yourself joining new church homes, new groups, new friend groups, friends, family, just different groups will be expanding for you spiritually. But there is a deep desire within you to provide more of yourself spiritually. You're realizing that something that you've been doing or something is simply not enough. Or something that just will not do, or it won't fit the bill. I see you're no longer taking scraps from a spiritual perspective. If it's not providing you with nutrients, you're no longer putting in time, effort, and energy. There's this double-sided energy where you feel as though someone or something has been feeding you scraps, and so in turn, you've been feeding spirit scraps. You're finding a space where you feel that you are giving adequately in a way that is fulfilling, satisfying, inspiring, promising. This is about nutrients. I keep being brought to nutrients, almost as like a caterpillar that didn't have enough nutrients. And so in the chrysalis, the butterfly wings ended up being brittle, almost unable to be used. So you're backtracking to solve a problem, to provide the correct supplements, nutrients, what is necessary for that butterfly to thrive. If you are completing some sort of a system here, like you conduct this prayer and move forward with your day, you're like, that prayer wasn't enough. So you shift, you alter, you change the prayer and see how it changes the day, how it changes the circumstance, how it changes the scenario, until you come up with an adequate beginning and a satisfying end, spiritually speaking. I see you doing a lot of tweaking. There's a lot of twists and turns here in regards to how you and spirit communicate. For some of you, you could find yourself utilizing dance as a form of giving to spirit. You could utilize cooking as a form of giving to spirit. Whatever you feel is not enough on your end, you are altering, changing to provide what is not only sufficient, but nutritious, spiritually speaking, wholesome. You could be seeing a lot of repeating fives throughout the summer. This is clarifying the nutrients that you are adding in, the supplements that you are adding in. You are realizing, because you've been through so many gradual processes of transformation, where you need more nutrients, more supplements to make up for whatever you may need to be making up for. And so you're altering and tweaking your methods along the way, building up to a nutritious, wholesome, spiritual experience that translates into you being wholesome. That translates to you being nutritional, valuable in a way that cannot be measured with the eyes or with a scale, but by the heart, but by your willpower, but by your self-belief. This talks about the fundamentals of what you stand on, your morals, your values. And thus, in turn, this is raising your price. Which is just a worldly way of saying that you are ascending. Group number 4 with the garnet crystal. This is your reading to dive into what the summer has to offer you, what the summer has in store for you in regards to the personal journey for you, the social journey for you, and the spiritual journey for you. I'm going to remove this top card because it covers the personal aspect, and we are diving into this reading one section at a time as I place the social and spiritual cards up there. Let's go ahead and get prepared for your reading. If you're interested in booking a personal reading, that'll be the very first link in the description box down below. If you're interested in joining us on Patreon for content that you won't catch here on the channel, that's the second link in the description box down below. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, there is a virtual tip jar as well as a PO box. And I thank you in advance. And I thank those of you that have already been donating, as you are very much appreciated. And yes, there is an extra special TAYliens message at the very end of this reading just for you if you are subscribed to the channel today or any day before. Let's go ahead and dive into the personal journey of your summer. We have Saturn, Number 10, riches, Capricorn. I'm going to pull your cards and then dive into your messages. Group number 4, for this first aspect of your reading in regards to your personal journey this summer, I see that you have yourself right on the perfect pedestal that you should have always had yourself on. But here you are comfortably and experienced in this position. You've been here before and might have lessened your value to become accessible to people that couldn't afford you, to circumstances that couldn't afford you, opportunities that couldn't afford you. You lowered your standards. That is no longer your reality. I also see here that you are saving your energy for the best response, or saving your energy for the only thing that deserves your attention. What I mean by that is that you are no longer participating in trivial matters. You're no longer giving your energy to things that do not properly serve you or come with some form of a promise or are not on your level. I also see that you are taking your time and not rushing into any projects, any relationships, any circumstances. You're really taking your time. Also, when it comes to due dates, you are really taking your time and waiting until the thing that you present is up to standard, up to par, not perfect, but up to standard. You may have been the type to fire off before you were actually ready, and it left you with several unfair disadvantages, because had you stopped to take more time or stopped to read the directions, you would have been able to process things a little bit differently and produce your understanding in a different way, thus leaving you with a better outcome. I see that your personal journey this summer is about time well spent, invested, saved, as opposed to trying to rush the process. I see you falling into some flow of divine rhythm, divine rhythmic patterns that align you with a plethora of abundance and creativity that you've never seen before. You'll also notice that at first you used to try to fire off as soon as these gusts of inspiration came through for you. But now you're actually learning how to maintain the flame, to maintain the passion, to maintain the interest. You're realizing that it's not about the quicker I get this done and the quicker I put it out, the better. You're recognizing that the more time and love invested into the process, the more time and love that you get in return. But not to be confused with perfectionism or procrastination. This group here, you're coming from an extremely rushed space, So now you're just finally taking your time, and that's what your personal path is looking like for the summer. Let's go ahead and take the next top card to dive into the social aspect of your summer. We have Mars, egotism, Leo, the number 5. Let's pull your cards and dive into it. Your social, sorry, I said that a little funny. Your social journey this summer looks a lot like you leading the wolf pack. What I mean by that is you will be the reason that your friends, family, cohorts, people around you are inspired and use that inspiration to create some sort of opportunity that spawns success for them. You are a never-ending pit of inspiration, and people are pulling from this all summer. You are literally the sun itself, honey. You are the source itself for the plants around you. You are providing life, nutrients, and sustainability for the people, places, and things around you. You are the source itself that things stem from, that things come from. You will be the reason that a lot of things take off this summer. You will be the reason why a certain event began because it was inspired by you in some way, shape, or form. Or you yourself created or spawned this event, circumstance, opportunity itself. For example, I can put this in a really simple way. You have a birthday dinner and you invite friends from different social circles, and you have these friends here, and fast forward, now 2 of these friends are getting married. You are the source of them meeting because of that birthday dinner that they came together and met each other at. People are expressing an innate form of gratitude for you because of the fire that you have put up under their behind, or simply because of the portal that you activated in their life. You can expect in the social aspect to be praised and or acknowledged in multiple ways, to say, you inspired me to do this, you helped me to do that. For some of you, this is strictly based on your work life, your work routines, and what you do for work. If you sell cars, you're going to have somebody that you sold a car to coming back to you, thanking you because you helped them get their very first car, which led to their very first Toro rental experience. And so now they have multiple streams of income. The opportunities, no pun intended, are endless. And it's because of something that begins with you. I'm reaching into my magic pile for the final card in regards to the spiritual aspect of your summer. You have the number 5, drama, Mercury, more Leo energy. Let's pull your cards and expand your message. So as it stands, because of all of this popularity, all of this Leo energy radiating from your reading, I have to admit that the spiritual journey for you this summer will have a lot to do with finding new ways to protect your energy as well as restore your energy, because you are Mr., Mrs. Popular, them, they, or anything in between or on the outskirts. You are popular and highly requested, okay? I see that this leads you to dominating your own personal space, your own personal time, and your own personal energy, and having to make time for other people, places, and things at their own designated times. I see that on a spiritual level, you will be getting more organized and creating schedules. In the spiritual realm itself, you will be scheduling in time for cleansing, scheduling in time for renewing, scheduling in time for picking out certain things, spiritually speaking, that need to be picked out. I'm also seeing here too that with the ancestors' root chakra, this lets me know that your ancestors are actually using this time, using this process to remind you of your ancestors' strength. You are popular due to some sort of helix or double strand in that DNA. I almost said in that NDA. So big on popularity here, okay? Spiritually speaking, I also see you doing a lot of cleansing of the heart as well as the gut. So you could find yourself fasting more often. You could also find yourself carrying around green and or pink crystals for the heart chakra, the seed of the heart, really getting to the root of it all. Okay, root, seed, those are two of the same thing. Excuse me. You are really being brought up to speed, spiritually speaking, in regards to your popularity. I don't know why, but your spiritual journey has a lot to do with revelations in regards to popularity for you and where that's taking you from here. There's something here about a pipeline. As we have pipestone here, it's giving this vibe of a pipeline, and pipes are also underground, giving root energy. And it also gives the same imagery here. And if you notice, this is like an infinite symbol that doesn't have a ending or a beginning. So there's some sort of spiritual pipeline that's being revealed to you about where you currently are and where you are headed, which is allowing you to create plans. Again, scheduling things is what is going on here. And it's because you're being brought up to speed in regards to something that's going to be coming into your life, spiritually speaking. Lots of fives here. We have 5, we have a 10, which is 2 5s. We have 32, which adds up to 5, 5, and then another 5. Okay, so lots of 5 energies here. This lets me know that there's going to be a lot of energies around you moving really fast. And so your spiritual journey is going to be about learning how to kind of slow down time. Again, scheduling and the concept of time is something that's going to be highlighted for you in the spiritual journey, the spiritual aspect of your summer. Time management is something that's also coming through here too, but this has a lot to do with portals, activation, timeline jumping, and things of that nature that you will be brought up to speed with. It's also giving a bit of Akashic Records energy to give you insight with that third eye in regards to where you are headed, which has you planting new seeds. And this drama card here just lets me know that there's a lot going on around you and a lot going on within you, which is helping you to find that new center space, that new center piece. You can expect to find some sort of new realm of focus, spiritually speaking. This could be a new safe space to physically go and pray, or a new mantra, or a new yoga position, or something that creates this portal to divinity for you. But this is all that I have for you. Thank you for tuning in. If you made it this far, I want to see your lion emojis in the comment section down below for my group number 4s. I want to see your lion emojis in the comment section down below to let me know how this reading resonates for you and how you see it already activating and expanding in your world. If you are a subscriber, that makes you a TAYlien. I'll see you at the very end for the extra special subscriber only TAYlien message. The very first link in the description box is for booking personal readings. The second link is for Patreon for content that you won't catch here on the channel. And there's also a virtual tip jar and a PO box if you would like to donate to the channel. Ta-ta! I want to jump straight into my subscriber only message. What message was meant to find my subscribers gathered here today? We have resistance, the number 2, Mercury, Taurus energy. Bottom of the deck, we have 8th house, Jupiter, manipulation, Scorpio. So I see you avoiding some form of manipulation or a psychic attack. Yep. Or calling something out, calling someone out. Or being the reason why someone or something moves on without harming someone or something. Like, I almost get this vibe of someone giving up on something because they see your level of resistance. They're like, oh, this person's not going to give in. So I see someone or something backing down because they realize that they are no match for you. Garnet. Oh my gosh, you have to watch group number 4. I did not expect that, babes. So if you are a TAYlien, I recommend watching group number 4. Let me know if you already watched group number 4. But you have Garnet, commitment, heart, and sacral chakras. Someone or something is realizing that there's no point in trying to put an obstacle up in front of you because it's simply not going to work. So you can expect some sort of blockage, obstacle to almost emulsify. Is that the right word? Let's define that. Define emulsify. To make into or become an emulsion. Yeah, like a mixture, or expect something to melt away or to just disappear, to like blow away with the wind. Expect some sort of quietness or peace. At the bottom of the deck here, we have 37 selenite with peace. And right up under that is obsidian with protection, root chakra. Yeah, so most definitely some form of protection. That is eradicating the most difficult component, aspect, beast, blockage. Shifting universes. Yes, I'm telling you, some sort of difficulty is going to be alleviated, allowing you to step into a new role. Like if you've been trying in some way, shape, or form in life to get through something, you're going to be so sick and tired by the time you get to it, but it's going to blow this thing over with ease. I'm going to read the Shifting Universes card with you. The number 7. I'm going to read that with you. Shifting Universes. You are blessed with an opportunity to change gears, to change your life, to jump on the fast train. You are invited to fling yourself off of the repetitive treadmill way of life and into a dance through nature, to be utterly confused and delighted, to accept the way of divine trust, even with its chaos, the instability that precedes all genuine creativity. So here it is, your get out of jail free card, your opportunity to make a mess and find what you didn't know you were looking for. You are being nudged. If you wish, let yourself go down that strange path opening up before you without knowing what it is, even as you take your next step. Your universe is shifting and stranger, more beautiful worlds beckon. Why not go where you haven't been before? You'll find yourself there and realize you are more than what you once thought you were. This oracle has a message for you. If you are thinking of changing a location, jobs, houses, or attitudes, trying something new, especially if it is unusual for you, then the universe is supporting you. Now is the time to accept what you didn't accept. Let's read the little poem here titled The Dream. The taste and touch of you within, thoughts linger on a sweet caress. You come to me, no sounds distract, the night's embrace of innocence. The artist's brush across my lips, the palette rich in colors deep, to flow with feelings now renewed and blend as one in breath and hue. Entwined our bodies bathe in love and weep with longing's slow release. Emotion, song, and soft refrain awaken dreams that never cease. I want to emphasize that last the last two words, never cease. Resistance, never back down energy. Commitment. This is going to pay off for you. Perseverance is paying off for you in a big way, honey. Let's go ahead and close out with some Bratz Oracle cards and a keyword. What Bratz Oracle cards need to find my TAYliens? Oh my gosh, no way. Get ready, a new cycle is starting. And we have release negativity in the reverse, and we have communication is key here. Yeah, I definitely get some sort of communication about a commitment. This could be extremely emotional. Yeah, and it could be some sort of news that allows you to take some time off, or you request time off to process all that is occurring. And your keyword is observation. Observation. When that card came out, it gave that message of you have been seen. I think that was a message that I gave to group number 3 in regards to their social aspect of the reading, or it was group number 4, social aspect. But either way, you are being seen. The path is being cleared. A blockage is being removed. You could also be on the giving or receiving end of some sort of an emotional truth that leads to a breakthrough. This is all that I have for you. Until next time, take care, be well. Bye.